I know it, you know it, that this channel is the premier channel on YouTube for all things mosh pit. It has come to my attention that we are not treating the mosh pit with as much etiquette and respect as we should, and maybe it would change the way that I call the maneuvers that we see in the videos. So I've come here today to take some notes and to hopefully learn a thing or two from our fella over here in 2016 who's going to tell me all about mosh pit etiquette. And I thought it would be a great idea to learn about mosh pit etiquette with my mosh pit fans right here, all about the slam dancing. So bring it on, Killbot and Gorgor attack. So go subscribe to this guy because he seems like a pretty sick guy. Okay, Gorgor, teach me all about the mosh pit.
Okay, so after almost being attacked at the Cannibal Corpse show the other night, I feel
coming in hot. After almost being attacked at the Cannibal Corpse, this guy's coming in with some fresh victim energy, and that's okay. He's been victimized by the mosh pit at the Cannibal Corpse show. So let's see how he's gonna tell us how to behave in the mosh pit.
compelled to make a video about mosh pit etiquette and metal concert etiquette, because all who attend should know the risks involved.
We do need to know the risks involved. My favorite thing about the first fucking 10 seconds of this video is the Harley Quinn mug that he's got going on there, and he keeps going for a sip as he does his cut. So I think he was like, I need a prop in the video so I can be seen drinking. And then when he got into the editing bay, he was like, oh man, I'm cutting out all these silent parts, and didn't realize that it looked that silly. So let's just watch that again. It's pretty sick.
Mosh pit etiquette and metal concert etiquette.
Because
all who attend should know the risks involved.
Yeah, here it comes.
First and foremost, everybody's there to have a good time, so always be in good spirits and try to be understanding. After all, it only takes one punch, one accident, half a second's work to get you thrown out for the rest of the night. Gonna start with mosh pit etiquette. See, the most important thing...
I'm so distracted by the near drinks. If you're gonna have a drink in your hand, at least, and you go for the drink in the action, you gotta cover it up better in the edit, or you gotta not do it. I don't know if this is your first video, Mr. 2016 Gorgor, but maybe we'll dive into some later videos. But right now, so far, I'm not learning any mosh pit etiquette.
Is to wear shoes that you know are not gonna fall off.
That's kind of how you should approach every situation in your life. What kind of shoes should I wear to this wedding? How about shoes that almost fall off? Perfect. Fuck off, Gorgor.
I usually prefer Converses. Some friends of mine use boots.
Converses. Excellent choices. That's right. Those are definitely shoes. Definitely footwear.
Whatever the case, it would not be a good idea to wear Crocs to mosh pits.
Yeah, that is some big brain advice. That is definitely big brain. Don't wear your Crocs to mosh pits.
Also, if you're moshing, hitting people with your elbows, that hurts.
Hitting people with your elbows also hurts when you're not moshing. If I'm just walking down the street and I hit someone with my elbow, that's gonna hurt. It's not mosh pit specific, Gorgor.
Try to keep your arms close to you.
Try to keep your arms close. Try to keep your arms close. That's amazing. Imagine in the videos that we were watching, guys, it was just a bunch of people moshing around like that. That's unbelievable. So no Crocs, arms next to you. Gorgor, let's go.
As much as possible. Other things that hurt, try to avoid wearing spikes. Like bullet belts, spikes on your belt, spike bracelets, spikes on your neck. Because, I mean, all it takes is just trip and fall over on somebody, and that's not a good idea.
So yeah, definitely avoid spikes. And I like how he tells you in all the different body parts, all the anatomy where the spikes should be avoided. Avoid the spikes on the waist, avoid the spikes on the wrist. Oh, Gorgor, you're unbelievable.
Whatever clothes you're wearing, just know that by the end of the night, there could be rips in them. So wear shirts and wear jeans that you probably wouldn't mind getting ripped. I've had plenty of jeans ripped into the pit.
Gorgor, it's so funny.
If somebody falls...
Oh my god, that near drink was the best one so far. Oh,
or if
anyway,
somebody drops their glasses or their phone, stop, help them up. Possibly help them find whatever it is that they're looking for. I lost my bracelet recently in the mosh pit. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find it, but everybody stopped and helped me look for it. If somebody...
I don't think everybody should stop. Okay, let's examine that point. There's parts of it that I like. He says if someone falls, you should pick them up 100%. But he also says if you lose something, everybody should stop what they're doing. Like, I lost my bracelet and everybody stopped and started looking for it. I don't think that's the case. I think maybe one or two people around could help you find it. That would be okay. Maybe the people that like saw you lose it. Maybe the person that made you lose it. All these kinds of things. But not everybody in the pit, Gorgor. Let's get real.
If somebody hits you in the face, or if somebody breaks your nose by accident, they probably don't mean anything by it, so try to be in good spirits. I myself have accidentally broken somebody's nose at a Guar concert.
Gorgor. Oh, man. Yeah, when you get victimized by the pit, it's fucking awful. But when you break someone's nose, just know that we didn't mean anything by it. We're just slamming.
But after the set was over, the guy whose nose I had broken, he came up to me and high-fived me. He said, "Oh, you're the guy who broke my nose! That's awesome!"
Yeah, well, that depends on what show you go to, you know. If you're like crowd killing someone and break their nose, that's not so sick. But if you're slamming into somebody that's also slamming pretty hard and you break their nose, yeah, that's probably dope. You're just like battle scars. Yeah, fuck yeah.
It would also be a good idea to familiarize yourself with your fellow pitters. For example,
fellow pitters. I didn't know that this video was going to be such a goldmine. Holy fuck. I didn't watch this beforehand, but I call people in the pit slammers because they're slam dancing. He's calling them pitters because they're in the pit. I kind of... Pitters!
Give them high fives. If you're all having a good time, throw each other the horns. Or go
throw each other those horns.
And growl at each other and scream at each other and be like, "That was awesome!"
Man, I hope that there are people out there fucking taking notes right now and learning what they should do when they go to the pit. Because this is all correct. And if they don't do that, come prepared with the horns, come prepared with the "this is awesomes," but leave the spikes at home, Gorgor.
Us metal people are social beings.
Us metal people are social beings. God.
Appreciate
I love you,
the
Gorgor.
interaction. Another thing, do not bring somebody into the pit who does not want to go into the pit. Do not push them, do not shove them, because they are not going to like it. Now, if you're going to start the mosh pit, or if you're going to try to bring somebody into the mosh pit, if you're going to instigate, do it with somebody you're familiar with, somebody you know is...
Only slam against people you know. If you're slamming against people you don't know in the pit, you're a shithead. Thanks, Gorgor. You should not know anybody in the pit. You're coming from all different walks of life, and the reason that you're all there is because of the slamming, okay? So no, you should slam into strangers. Slamming into strangers is what it's all about. Maybe there are dickhead people that go out and find people that, you know, oh, this guy looks vulnerable, and they pull him into the pit and they start kneeing them in the face or whatever. Sometimes that's like warranted, but sometimes it's also not warranted. It's situational, Gorgor.
Is not likely going to have an issue. If a fight happens, step away. You do not want to get involved. And if somebody
That depends on the fight, Gorgor.
wants to fight you, also step away.
That depends on the fight. That depends on the person, Gorgor.
And if you absolutely have to, block. It only...
If you absolutely have to. I'm dead. Imagine. Holy shit. Block. Like Arn Anderson on Dynamite. Oh my god, with the power of the block. That's incredible, Gorgor. I'm only fucking 2.5 minutes in, and I don't have any notes.
It only takes one punch and half a second's work to get yourself thrown out of that concert. Fights in general just leave a bad taste in everybody's mouth. This happens to men occasionally, but it happens more often to women. If women join the mosh pit, do not touch them inappropriately. It makes them feel horrible.
It makes them feel... It sure does, Gorgor. Oh my god, boy, oh boy. Yeah, it sure does.
Chances are they probably have a boyfriend that's at the concert with them, and if somebody sees you touching their butt or touching their boobs inappropriately...
touching their butt or touching their... Yeah, you really shouldn't be engaging in that type of behavior, and no matter where you are. Yeah, I know in the mosh pit it's like everyone's bouncing around, and there are some sleazeballs out there that do that, and it's not cool. He's right, that's not something you should be doing. But, oh man, I love how he's including it here in the etiquette and the way that he's talking about it. This is fucking brilliant.
They're not going to like it. And you are not going to like how they react. Mosh pits are not a male-only thing. Women join the mosh pits, they are equally intelligent human beings.
They are indeed equally intelligent human beings. And that's the thing about the mosh pit, man. It doesn't ask questions. You want to join the mosh pit? That's cool. It's an equal opportunity slam fest out there in any single mosh pit. And that's what makes the mosh pit so special. Brings all sorts of people together from all sorts of different walks of life just to slam. It's absolutely beautiful. And the way that all these rules that he's putting on it is making it seem like the least cool thing in the world, when in fact slam dancing is so cool, and it's what makes it so much different than other genres of music where there are barricades at the show where you can't jump up and slam dance with the artist providing the music that you're all slamming to. And I don't know, dude.
So they should be treated as such. Now, if you're crowd surfing and you accidentally touch something,
put
that's
down
one
the mug,
thing.
Gorgor. The mug is doing
that's a
nothing.
completely different world. When a lot of strobe lights are going on the stage, I personally don't like to be in the mosh pit because I can't see what's going on. I can't see who's coming near me. I can't see who's falling over.
Absolutely.
So I just basically wait till the strobe lights are over before I...
Excellent tip. I love that.
I can enter again. If you are outside the mosh pitting circle, know the risk and...
The mosh pitting circle. Man, I really should have come to this guy for the terminology of the mosh pit before starting my channel. I don't know if you picked up on this, but I'm mixing like hardcore and professional wrestling, and instead of the squared circle, I'm calling it the circled circle. But I should have been calling it the mosh pitting circle. Gorgor is so fucking cool, man.
Because somebody's more than likely to run into you, and you should be more than aware. You don't even have to actively be part of the pit, but what you can do is, if somebody runs into you, you can push them back out, keep it going, or if there's a circle pit going on, you can push the people running past.
How long do you think he was thinking about these points, writing them down in his notebook, all the different pros and cons and possibilities? He's out here to change the mosh pit for good.
You make them go faster. Last thing I want to mention for the mosh pitting session, fan waving. A lot of people can't stand it when others do fan waving.
Fan waving? Tell me all about fan waving, Gorgor.
It's actually against the rules in a lot of clubs, and you can
This is the way he says that line. He loves saying, it's actually against the rules. That's actually against the rules. Gorgor!
get thrown out. So you should know the club rules and you should know if it's allowed. But ultimately it's not lights, and a lot of people avoid the mosh pit when there are fan wavers around because they know they can get hit in the face. I myself have gotten hit in the head a few times.
Oh my god.
So I've had to sit out. Bottom line, just slam into each other. We are
Yes, that's why it's called slam dancing, buddy.
perfectly content with doing so. If somebody spills beer on the floor, it can be slippery at first, but the point is to make the floor sticky so that way there's less falling, less slippage. And if you're
Did he just claim that fucking people are spilling beer on the floor intentionally to create more grip? I don't know if that's the case, Gorgor.
going to a guar show, there will be lots of major slippage, so be mindful. I guess the number one thing you can take away from all this is to be mindful of your surroundings.
Who did he think is going? Like the people that like shouldn't be allowed to like step outside by themselves, people that actively wear helmets in situations in their lives. Is that who you're talking about? You should always be aware of your surroundings, Gorgor.
So that's it for the mosh pitting. Now for the crowd surfing and the stage diving section.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's it for the mosh pitting. He says, what a guy. Now for the stage diving. Now the stage diving is what I am here for. Now we are what? 4.5 minutes into this, Gorgor, and we are going to get some fucking stage diving etiquette. Maybe I might get some inspiration for some new dive moves that I can associate to some slammers, give some slammers some special signature maneuvers. Come on, Gorgor, bring it on.
Section. Sometimes stage diving is not allowed, so you
Some yeah, at shitty shows.
need to know the rules of the club.
Normally, if there's a barricade, you fuck off, Gorgor.
Also, some people do not like stage divers at all, so you need to get in touch with the vibe of the crowd.
Oh man, some of my favorite clips are of stage diving that happens when it shouldn't be happening. So I don't know if I agree with that either.
The people that you're with in the venue. If you're gonna be like, oh my god, lift me up, be nice and asking. Do not be mean-spirited or anything. Do not be a bully.
Hey, good sir, may you please give thy a boost for the slamming that I would like to commence in? What are you talking about?
Lift me up or I'm gonna steal your lunch money.
Don't think anybody's doing that, dog.
If you can reach somebody who's getting ready to stage dive, try to catch them. You would want somebody to do it
Holy
for you when you
shit.
sweet karma.
I didn't know what I was getting into. Holy fuck, I'm so sorry if there's like too much laughing, too much fucking commentating in this commentary style reaction video. And this is not the kind of content that I normally engage in, but I thought that this would be very fun because, you know, of the mosh pit nature of this channel. And I think that we are learning a lot. I think Gorgor is telling us everything we need to know.
Know that you might get kicked, you might get hit, you might get your hair pulled or caught in something, all by accident. Nobody means anything by it. When you're on stage, don't dance around and don't be on the stage too long.
What do you mean don't dance around? Please What a fucking guy. The second part of what he said is true. Like, if you get up on the stage, get up there to dive off. Don't get up there to fucking hog the fucking spotlight from the band. That's bullshit. Obviously, that's bullshit. But, you know, don't dance around, Gorgor. Oh,
You want
my
to get on the
fucking
stage
God,
and
dude.
you want to dive as soon as possible. But what's also really important is that you look before you jump, because you want to make sure that there are people out there who will catch you. What I usually do is
What shows are you going to, man, where people are just fucking diving?
usually throw the horns, or I just do like a hand motion. I make very brief eye contact with the people near the stage before I dive. Do not
Holy
touch
shit.
the singer or any of the
Oh
members
my
of the
God,
band.
this is unbelievable.
Chances are they do not like it, and if they
How
had
many
not been
views does this fucking thing have? 115,000. That is unbelievable. I love everything about what we are witnessing right now.
playing their instruments, they would probably hit you with their guitars. Whatever you do not knock over the microphone stand, because if that hits the singer in the mouth, that hurts.
Whatever you do, do not knock over that microphone stand. Like it's equivalent to like the fucking red button that's gonna launch the nukes. Whatever you do, guys, when you're slamming. Nobody's gonna be, like, if they're following your advice, Gorgor, they're not gonna be knocking over the fucking microphone stand, because when they're on stage, they're not gonna be dancing around. They're not gonna be skanking. They're not gonna be fucking two-stepping. They're not gonna be throwing windmills or elbows. All that stuff is not happening in your world, Gorgor.
Bad. Chuck Schuldiner, as nice as he was, he reacted very badly to somebody knocking over the microphone and hitting him in the face with it.
Oh my God, dude. Shit fucking happens with the microphone at shows sometimes. Like, sometimes I've seen a front man who's doing like a cool lasso thing and it fucking goes wild and it just smokes a fucking crowd member in the face. It goes two ways. Yeah, you have to know what you're getting into. That is for sure. But once you know what you're getting into, it's kind of a savage environment. Anything can happen.
Before you ask somebody to lift you up to crowd surf, you should make sure that there are plenty of people near the stage. Enough people to keep you in the air, and enough people to catch you when you're ready to stage dive. If you jump really hard, it might lessen your chance of being caught.
Holy fuck, this guy is so sour. Someone jumped on this man Who hurt you, Gorgor? Who jumped on you when you weren't looking?
If there aren't enough people near the stage to catch you, just walk off the stage. There's-
Yeah, I've seen that. I mean, it doesn't look cool, but he's kind of right. You should just fucking... Oh, man, there's no one to slam against. Well, I guess I fucked up. You should probably just, like, give up and try again.
No harm in that. Well, that's it. Everybody's there to have fun, and whatever happens, don't take anything personally. Be safe, mind your surroundings, and enjoy yourselves.
Okay, now we know. Thanks, Gorgor. See you later. Oh, yes, we finally get a big drink from the chalice at the end from Gorgor. That was wonderful.